in today's session, actually, our discussion over the topic of sales module as well as the MIS module. Uh, Let me log in first and move to the section of sales as well as MIS. Of course, in MIS, we are getting the early bird report, daily sales report, manager report. Okay, along with that one, we are getting statistical figures, reports, and by ADR, by other details, as well as occupancy report. Of course, occupancy is some sort of history and forecast, and this is a production report and forecast reports. And in sales module, this is the corporate master. Here you are supposed to create the corporate, the travel agents, tour operators, key accounts, and the key account member is that one is market executive, your sales executive. You can link it here with that account. Okay, the account, that account center, which corporate account main head, the market and industry segment. Here you will define it there. Okay, so you can see the new button where you are supposed to create the new corporate, as well as the open button where you can open any account, and the search where you can get the list of the available corporate database. Let me go to search, and it will show us the list of all the corporate, and see the number of pages it is being shown here. And if you are looking for any company, you can type it here, like HEC, and you see I got the company HEC, and you can select, and on double click, this company will be open on the screen, and see the company comes under education, main head, global market, global industry segment, education, addresses, okay, details, and other details. Default details is mandatory because here if you will keep these things, then it will be very useful while making the reservation, and it will guide the system that these are the default areas which will be filled while making the reservation of the guest profile against this corporate. Direct sale. You can mention the billing instruction and remarks, and respectively this detail will be appearing on the screen if you are making any reservation against this corporate. Let me say, because I have done. See, here is also saying the market executive is mandatory. So here, click here, and I'm just linking one market executive, which this is the sales executive tagging with the corporate. Complete account updated successfully. From here you can freeze it, so it will not be usable, it will not be appeared while making the reservations. So you can make it active or non-active. The X number against this company, you can mention it here. The importance level, you can define it here. Okay, and the most important part, after creating the company, you have to define the contract, because you can create the contract, you can modify the contract. You see there is one contract already done here, you can create another contract, but you have to that the contract dates should not be collapsed with each other. See, if I will make another contract, it should be from 8 in August onwards. Okay, and under the contract you will define the rate code, what you are, and the meal plan, whatever you are going to define, link with this spread. See, so here this is the validity period, okay, and this is the signed contract, means it is active. I can make it pending, update. Now the contract is open, and here you can see for the open contract you can delete it. And yes, and if you need to modify, you can again click here, and the rate code, the multiple rate code, you can edit up here. For example, I am also adding complementary rate code with this rate, and this is the validity period. And yes, from here I can make it signed, because I'm doing the modification and I want to make it active for the use. So this now is my signed contract and having 2 rate codes. Now it will be applied to the guest when this corporate will be linked with the guest. Okay, So and click this open. When you click this open, one such option will come here. You can define, for example, you can click here and type booking to see. You can get the corporate here directly, select, and then that corporate will be details will be appeared here. This is also the method to search the record, any particular record, okay, of any existing record, as well as this search is giving you the list, and from the list you are choosing. Only the difference is this one. In new, okay, for sure, when you are going to make the new corporate, you will click new. It will make all field blank, and you can fill it up as per the requirement and make the contract, and for sure that those details will be updated and corporate will be created. You can see along with this one contacts, there are three buttons in blue: reservation, details, and contact details. If you go to statistical details, so it is showing you that in the current month how much business you got, okay, against this company last month, last year, same month, year to date. I believe it is quite clear with you that what other information you can easily monitor against any corporate. In reservation, of course, there you can define the period and click fetch reservation, so it will show you the list, okay, that how many corporate, how many reservation. Even you can define the, yes, I just remember, you can also define the past date, so respectively it will give you all the no show and cancellation against this against this corporate. Okay, I believe this one is quite clear with you. So this is the things required for the corporate, okay. And now let me move further to other reporting side on which is required for this sales department. One is you see, this is MIS corporate, and MIS corporate are actually, this R means raw, means whatever. Here you can define the date from and do. For instance, I will define 2024, and here I will define 06. So from in the last, since last month till today, how many corporates has been created by the total. So only it will give you the list of this one. If you will put here the date, for instance, the base date like 2000 this year, of course it means from the very first date till today how many company, means it will give you the full list of the database, and from here you can export to the Excel all the details, all the database related to the corporate of the hotels. Same like MI's corporate database, it is also the report here. This report will show you that all the data. For example, I'm just selecting education show report, so it will give me all the corporate related with the education, okay. It's IC, Dow University, HEC, and who has created and what are the rate codes linked with this one. For all the basic details related with the corporate, and this corporate under comes under which executive agent, it is showing you those details. Okay, rate codes, corporate P, in industries, corporate P. You can see there are number of reports, and this is the summarized report related to the industry segment wise, market segment wise, business source wise, okay, and the sales activity. So all those reports is especially designed from where the sales department can get some very productive informations related with the sales of the hotel. Okay, this is the corporate rate code. It is a simple report. It's also showing the database in a simple way, basically kind of report. But I will move further and I will show you some more advanced report like this way. Executive corporate key. Here you can define the date and any executive. Okay, and respectively it will show you the list of dead companies comes under dead executive. Industries corporate key, this industry production report. 15 of 4 production reports actually. It's just for the abbreviation I'm using it P, mean executive corporate production, industry corporate production, executive rooms wise production. So these are the report here. If you want to show the budget figures, you can select the budgets, otherwise no. Okay, like industry production and any date, any last month date, and it will show you respectively the production in the industry wise and the figure. Even you can click here on the property side. Now, plus it will give you the list of all companies under this section and their year to date and month to date figures, from where you can analyze the production. Industry wise, this is the executive corporate production wise. From here, the only difference is this: here the sales executive name is coming first, okay, and then the industries are coming under that. And if you click plus, it will show you the list of all the companies under sales executive. And on this last line, you can get how much production done against this sales executive. I believe, especially for the sales department, this is a very important report from where they are analyzing that what sales executive is doing within the month. Room wise production. Okay, you can define the period and respectively it will show you can join the region, and even you can go for any particular sales executive and go to show report. It will for that figures, it is to give you the figures that which how many room nights, because whatever the period you are defining, so respectively from for the whole year, month wise, it will give you the figures that how many rooms production done by the sales executive. And at the end, it is also showing you the graph that what sales executive are participating in bringing the business to the hotel. The same way, industry segment wise production. Okay, actually these are the MIS report. Here you are also supposed to execute the MIS only once in a moment. Then of course, when you go to the report, it will come fast, and because there are too much calculations of after while pressing the first button, it will do the calculation, and respectively when you press the second button, it will give you the report very fast, and all calculation will be done and giving you the production of the month to date figures as well as the year to date figures of the said month. With respect to industries, you can see the same report I have already shown you, I know, but this report having, it is more advanced. It is also giving you the graphical presentation. You say that how much the shares of entertainment companies, how much the share of travel and tour against the business, whatever the business you have taken in the last month, as well as it is also giving you the figures of the in terms of yearly. This is the yearly production. You can see the travel tours participation in the yearly production, the entertainment, educations. I believe it is quite clear with actually who understand the sales and are willing to analyze that from which areas the sales is being done for the hotel. Same like this, market segment wise, industry segment wise, as I have shown to you, you can go to market segment wise, go to the last month, 30th June, click show report, and it will show you the production of the all the production with respect to the market segments, that from which segment how much production you have done and how much year to date production you have done. And from here you can see the participation of how much walk-in done in the hotel, because whatever the business you are getting, so from the walk-in side how much business you are getting, okay, the contract group side how much business you are getting, and complementary businesses as well as channel distribution how much business you are getting in the month. And the same way the yearly figures you can also analyze. Contract groups, walk-ins, inventory, channel distribution. I believe it's quite the best available rates. I believe it is quite good. Corporate negotiation, where the negotiation done against the corporate. So these are the market segment, where the prominent market segment that are being used, and for sure this report is giving you the clear picture that, how much business you have already done and what is the segregation with respect to the market segment. In the same fashion, if you go to the business source production, I am in the same last month. Go to show reports, and respectively. It is showing the business source wise production, the year to date figure, the month to date figures, and see from the management side, from the sales department side, from the other any other side which is not defined. Of course, if this is coming, it means hotel is not managing the business sources properly. That's why taking the end users is taking all the resolution, other things, and under the business source of others. The same month to date and year to date figures you can get it from here. Sales activity log. In sales activity log or whatever the activity the sales department is doing, you can monitor from here for any period, and for how many corporate they have contributed, and in those corporate whatever the commitment they have done. So you can monitor your sales department data. Your sales executive is contacting with how many companies, what they are dealing with. Okay, they are contacting with the telephone, they're having the personal meetings. So just you can monitor your the activities of your sales department. I believe it is quite clear now that what are the reports. These are the very beneficial reports for understanding the hotel sales. And along with this one, now in the same session, I want to show you the MIS section also. In MIS sections, first I will show you this MIS statistics because it's also the production report. Having the statistical figure, this one is the MIS occupancy. Of course, the MIS occupancy is the same. History and focus. This is this productivity, and this one also the productivity. Both formats are only different, and this is the forecast reports. Okay, let me move first. MIS statistics are okay, and here you can define the MIS code against what you need, because these are the statistical figures. You can get it either by the rate code wise of any particular date, by nationality wise, how much production done, so you can get it. Okay, you want to hide your all the zero figures market segment, you can press yes. You want to see the summary only or the detail. Okay, the group on the grouping of the report, everything you can define it here, and respectively when you click here, it will give you the statistical figures. See, so again this one, how many reservation done, how many installation done, how many room nights done, the revenues and revenue breakup, also the room revenue, F&B revenue, MOD revenue. Okay, month to date, year to date, and ADR. This is the best I design I try to make for the understanding. Same like idea. This is the same report, but format is little different. Where we are just focusing to ADR, especially in the air slide. So this is same sort of report, but having different format only. Okay, MI occupancy chart. Of course, you can define the period, and respectively, it will give it is some sort of the same pattern what being used for the history and forecast. You can see, but the only advantage is from here details is also appearing. But I believe it is now clear with you that the same format which you have already experienced that in history and forecast report. MIS productivity S and C. I'm just showing you this one productivity corporate, but here this is the sales executive wise, and here the sales executive is not defined. That's the only difference is this. Okay, click on show report to see. So all the production of the corporate, you can get it here. Because if the link are not done, it is showing blank, and from here you can see corporate link with CEO, this corporate link with any other, respectively the sales executive name and the corporate names are appearing here, and how much corporate and room nights within that month, room revenue, F&B revenue, MOD revenue, total revenue. So you can analyze really all those figures. Same like forecast report, the forecast day wise and forecast the monthly figures or summary figures. Any period you can define it. You can search. With respect to the reservation, it will give you the figures of the forecast. I believe now this report is especially related with the sales department and very clear with you. And the most important, of course, after the day end, usually in hotels they are looking for the early bird report. Actually, this is the name of that report, and we call daily sales report. And these both are the same report, early bird view or report. The only difference is this one I specially designed because it is responsive details which can be visible in mobile also, but this report is in the report page format. In the same way, the manager view and manager report both are same, and because of the this is manager view is compatible with mobiles its view, but in manager report it is the main report which you especially see in the morning time after the night audit. Early bird report, okay, for the last date, I'm just clicking show report, and in the same way I'm going to the manager report and click on the selecting the last date. By default, clicking show report, it is giving me the manager report of the last day. You can see here all the figures: sellable rooms, room occupied, the statistical figure, the revenue figure, what management is required to understand in the morning briefing. So therefore, they get all these figures from here. And in early bird report, of course, the daily sales report, you can get all the statistical figure as per the standard early bird report. You can get basic details of the statistical figure along with the all revenue, which is the revenue is segregated into room division, F&B division, and MOD division, and there it is showing all the departments, all revenue centers, along with all the whatever the payments done last day, and having the month-to-date figure also, year-to-date figures also. Okay, and the variances. You can also analyze if you are defining the budget, so the budget figures will be shown also here. I believe it is quite clear with you that they can get the daily sales report, manager report from the same MIS module, and along with that one, the forecasting also. So which company is giving you business in coming days, in 1 week, in the coming month, and you can analyze those things from here. You can do these are the forecast report, and of course the production report, which I have already discussed with you in detail. Hope this reporting you would love to follow when you will be using this system. Thank you so much. From here, you can just use close all other close all the Ipms. You can close whatever the report you have opened. You can close it, and from here you can do the exit of the application.